Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. It's time for another ServiceNow Store highlights video version 09222023, and we've got a normal size one after our big one last week, pre-Vancouver. Now technically I ran the store sync before Vancouver released on Wednesday, September 20th. I'm recording this on September 21st on a Thursday. You can see here right beside my head, in this episode we've got 49 new or updated applications. Let's go ahead and flip this by category so we can see how that episode breaks down. We'll select 922 and we see we've got 8 compatibility updates, 1 downgrade. We'll see if it stayed a downgrade, 3 fixes, 15 highlights, 4 minor updates, 11 new releases, and 7 release notes fails. Let's jump right into the episode and take a look at those. Hop over to those and we will group by the category here so we can move through them, and we'll start with those disappointing, always let you down, release notes fail. We have 7 of them: Connected Workplace Mobile Platform, Nuvolo Platform Service, Patch Workbench, Service Channel Facilities Management, and Space and TrueSite integration, TrueSite GRC integration. Now, what happens, why these release notes fails, is that these got versioned to a new version and there either are no release notes, the same repeated release notes, or a link to a paywalled website where you can't see the release notes. So we have no idea how or what happened with these. We just know they got versioned, and that's all I can tell you. So after that, we did have some compatibility updates. Most of these were for Vancouver. There was like 1 or 2 of them for Utah, but let's take a look. Cadency Direct Spoke was updated or to version 1.2.1. Clone Admin Console, Info BIP Omnichannel Conversational Messaging, ITOM Content Service, Okta Identity Cloud for security operations, Swiss Tool, Team Connect Core, and Tricentis Test Automation all had compatibility updates. And then we had 1 downgrade, which was ScreenMeet. Let's go ahead and check that out and see if it got changed since I did my crawl and categorize these. We'll just look at the versions here, and yeah, it's still a downgrade. So on September 11th they released 2.6.9 or 2.6.9, and on September 14th it was withdrawn due to a bug, which puts us back or downgrades us to this July 31st version of 2.67. So if you were using ScreenMeet, you may want to be aware that there is a bug and you may want to wait that one out. Alright, next up are the fixes. There were 3 fixes: Juniper Mist Automated Provisioning, Microsoft Azure Sentinel Incident Ingestion Integration for Security Operations. That's a mouthful. And ZeroFox all had some small minor fixes. And speaking of minor, there were a few minor updates. Header component, list component, menu component, and side modal component for Tenon all had some minor updates. You're going to see them again in either the new releases or the highlights. And speaking of new releases, let's jump right into those. First on our list, AR Case Management, a new release for accounts receivable case management. We'll scroll down here to the key features. Facilitate creation of accounts receivable cases through email processing or manual creation, and reporting in a dashboard. Now this is an Innovation Lab app, which means it's basically beta, not supported in production, no warranties, and you're kind of on your own, but we get to look at it early. So here's a screenshot of the initial mail for case creation. Here's one of the case form, and here is one of the case email activities, and here is the acknowledgement email in a list view being sent out, and then there is the case management menu showing that all in yellow over there, yellow highlights all of the different menu items or application menus and modules. And are there any other screenshots? Back to a reply email, not just an email received, but a reply email. And then we're back to the initial mail for case creation. So that's what's new from ServiceNow's Innovation Lab. Up next on our list, Consent Management Center by Wrangu. This is centralized consent and privacy management. Let's scroll down here to the key features. A consent notice, I'm going to keep this brief. Privacy notice module, consent request for internal users, notice versioning, notice to asset tracking, notice export, consent aggregation, and some dashboards and reports. They do have some screenshots on here. First up is that dashboard that we just saw there in the key features. Here is some consent records grouped by a definition. Here are the privacy notice contents. And back to the dashboard we saw at the beginning. So that's what's new from Wrangu. Next on our list of new releases is going to be from ServiceNow, and it is the ESG Regenerative Finance contributes to building a sustainable financial ecosystem. We can see here this too is an Innovation Lab offering, not supported in production, and no support, no warranties. Let's scroll down to the key features. Manage registry and registrant profiles, define parameters for guardian integration, synchronize policy and policy rules, synchronize tokens and token balances, registrant to choose roles on specific policy, registrant to submit applications, register devices, request renewable energy credits issuance, and a registry to validate application device and issuance, synchronize trust chains and trust chain steps. Let's check out and see if there's some screenshots for this one, and there are some screenshots. Sorry for up and down there. First, some REC non-fungible tokens. Let's go next, number of RECs. This looks like a metric definition for the number of RECs generated. What does REC mean? REC, would I see it anywhere? Number of RECs. Yeah, sorry, I don't know that acronym. I probably just read it back here, but I don't know it right now. Let's see, a trust chain, showing a trust chain. I'm totally out of my element. I don't know what I'm showing. But those are the screenshots for the ESG Regenerative Finance application from ServiceNow. All right, next on our list is going to be from Tenon software, and this is the form component. Okay, so let's break this down. Rather than bring up all the components, let's just show you they've got a form component, Kanban component, list filter component, panel component, record details component, sprint planning component, all part of their application. So if I open each one of these, it's just going to be like, hey, there's this thing. When we get to the highlights, you'll see that there is an application associated with all of these components. And I'll show you that there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new applications that are workspace components or UI builder components from Tenon software. Next on the list, or not next, but further down the list, testRigor AI Test Automation Tool is a new application. Create stable tests in plain English with AI codeless automated testing. It's a way to create tests using plain English and has two main benefits. Manual testers can build test automation 15 times faster than with Selenium. Inspirational video here. I don't think that's an actual link. Let's try. Is that a link? No, that's not a link. So you're kind of stuck. No inspirational video for us. Their customers spend 200 times less time than Selenium users, especially for a quickly changing product because tests are from end users' perspective. Adapting to new functionalities is as easy as a find and replace. Let's take a look at their screenshots. Maybe our inspirational video will be here. This is how it's showing to manual, automated, record and play testing, and then testRigor. Here's the edit custom steps test case or app UI testing view. Here's what their customers are saying, and maybe this is the inspirational video, so maybe you can be inspired and go click on that. Now I'm curious. No, you can't go click on that. You still can't get to this video. So maybe go Google on YouTube how IDT was able to achieve 90% automation. And let's see, next, what our customers are saying. You can't click on this one either. It's just a screenshot of a YouTube video. And there's a YouTube video, and that is clickable. All right, so that is the testRigor demo 2022, not the previous two that we were just showing, and then back to the comparison charts there. So that's what's new from the team at testRigor. And last on our list of new releases, oh, I lied. I thought it was in the highlights. It's actually down here from Tenon. It's called Toggle, and this is inclusive of these components. So that's why we got to skip those and come straight here to Toggle. Let's see what's going on with this new application. Toggle component. Oh, is it a component? Let's see. Key features. A toggle for the Tenon work application UI builder. So they fooled me again. I thought, so this is a component, toggle. All right, so we're going to have to get to the highlights, but that is the new releases. Let's go ahead and collapse that and check out these 15 highlights. Yeah, it should show all 15. And let's just stay with the theme there. I'm going to open up the Tenon Marketing Work Management so we can get that out of the way and see what those new releases were all about. Tenon Marketing works on Tenon. The key features, I know this is an update, but key features, project workflows for marketing enables marketing teams to manage the full lifecycle of their marketing work. So that's what it is. Let's check out the app versions. App Agile and Project Template Release is what came out, and plus all those new applications you saw in the new releases. So a bit of a letdown there. I thought we were going to get to see maybe a screenshot of these different components. But there's a dashboard, product release, some tasks. So obviously they've built out quite a bit. There's their agile process and a video of their release there. So let's go, back to the CMO dashboard. All right, so that covers the new releases and the highlights for Tenon. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled rhythm or order here. Next, Asset Security Posture Management from ServiceNow's Innovation Labs, another one of those, updated to version 1.1.3, but I can't click on it because they put the new release notes down here on the bottom for this. They added introducing the concept of security posture labels. ITOM Discovery used as an implicit data source for assets. They changed the policy builder user experience. They've improvement, and they've done some dashboard user experience improvements in this particular release of Asset Security Posture Management. Next on our list of highlights is Automate Pro. That was updated to version 7.2.1, and in this version it looks like 7.2.0. I know I looked through this, so I didn't tell you the wrong thing. Auto test all the way to testRigor, run viewer shortcuts. Oh, I know what it is. Nope, it's not Vancouver. This is a release notes fail. Now you get to see one live. How did I miss this? State management overview, visual plan editor, pending. This is what I have to do before you guys. I have to see if they actually are the same thing or not. Enhanced export and import process. Enhanced export and import process. Yep. So this is actually the same exact thing. Test all scheduled tests. Yeah, this is the same exact release notes. So this is a release notes fail. I've got to miscategorize 7.2.1. Maybe there was a bug or something, but I'm not seeing anything different just on first glance. So leave me a note down in the comments below if I missed it. But I will update this to release notes fail. Beyond Trust Remote Support Enterprise Integration was updated to version 23.1.1, and in this version, let's just check and make sure. Implemented a new approach to display of chat dialogue and session notes, added the ability to map assignment group from the rep's team, addressed an issue in which the auto create custom link could have inconsistent results, and removed a legacy reference to the call ID custom field that is no longer needed. So that's what's new in this version of Beyond Trust Remote Support Enterprise Integration. Next on the list of highlights, CG4 Asset Tracking, updated version 4.3.1, and in this version they enhanced the unique rule functionality to work off more than one field. They added additional fields in functionality, the receiving on purchase order handheld screens, enhanced the recurring audit to allow a cloned audit to immediately begin, added support for additional tablet models, and added the ability to review and approve a batch of edits being held by a CG4 remediation rule. So that's what's new from the team at CG4 Asset Tracking. Next up, Cloud Security Posture Management, also from the Innovation Lab. Also a new version of 2.3.1 that I can't click on, but let's scroll down here to the release notes, and it's the same release notes that we just read, at least for the introducing a concept and the ITOM Discovery piece. Let's see, Policy Builder enhancements, Dashboard enhancements, and the Show Internet Exposure path in findings created for policies using Internet exposure as a criterion. So that's what's new in this new release of the cloud, or updated release of the Cloud Security Posture Management. Next, the Feedback app. One of my favorite release note makers is the Feedback app team. They've updated version 2.3.1, and of course they've left me some emojis that I will be delighted to read to you. We've identified a pesky bug with a bug emoji that allowed users to submit feedback records without a rating. This occurred when they initially selected a rating on one page, closed the dialog, navigated to a new page, and then clicked the feedback button followed by the send button without selecting a rating. Mind blown emoji. I love their release notes. This is technically a fix. It should have been a fix, but I saved it for the highlights because I love reading their release notes, and they're always wonderful and entertaining. So thank you to the team at Automize AS. Next on the list, ITS Jamf integration. That was updated to version number 2.2.0, and in this version, just at the very top you can see there, this release adds the ability to specify a device lock message when sending a device lock remote management command. it has some more information about that message that you would send. So that's what's new in that one. Next, Puppet Spoke was updated to version number 1.1.2, and in this one it now includes a more robust error checking and streamlined Puppet logging for the setup process. Catalog item tests now log transaction state in Puppet logs, and improved installation and configuration guide. Next, from Quality Clouds, we have an update to version 9.6.1, and in this version, let's check and make sure, replace shared OAuth. Yeah, this is the one where so this is the new piece. I knew there was one of these I needed to be careful and read to you. This is the only new line, and we actually had this on a previous episode, but this looked important. Please do not upgrade the Quality Clouds app until QC Customer Success contacts you. So despite all your enthusiasm and excitement from watching this show, I don't want you, and they don't want you to go update the Quality Clouds app until they reach out to you. So that looked important enough to include in the highlights. Next, Qualys VMDR was updated to version number 2.1.303, and that includes some fixes, interactive filters, functionality generating cross-scope access warnings, and exception and false positive processes were not reliably filling the reason and infrastructure/app owner approval group fields. So that's what's new from the team at Qualys Inc. Next up is Security Posture Control Core, also an Innovation Lab offering, probably related to the other two security posture things. Updated to version 1.1.2 that I can't click on, so we got to scroll down here to the release notes, and they've also done the same part with the security posture labels and ITOM discovery, but with the policy builder user experience. I don't know if these are the same or not because I didn't read those on the other ones, but you can see there were some changes to this one as well in this particular update. Tier 44 EM/8 is our next one, updated version 5.3.0, and it's been updated and certified for ServiceNow. I don't think this is Tokyo because they were already certified in Tokyo down here. I think someone just forgot to replace Tokyo with either Utah or, actually, in fact, they were on Utah. So I think they forgot to replace Tokyo with Vancouver. But they've also had some minor updates many UI updates and minor changes. The relationship builder has been updated to work faster and more responsively. New business rule for managing equipment through hardware table with custom tables. More customization features regarding automatic interface creation. And cable view includes updates for changing cable text color and identifying problems with network connections. Next up, Toolbox was updated to version number 1.0.7, and this one includes the below new features: fillable PDF and SWMs and SWIs. The module can be used to list different types of SWMs and SWIs. I don't know what that is. So if you know what that is and want to share it with everybody else, leave a comment down below. Next and last on our list of highlights is going to be Tripwire. IP364 security operations updated to version 3.2.5. They updated and removed third-party libraries in application jar file to address vulnerabilities and improved hostname validation in application jar file to mitigate vulnerability in a third-party library that cannot be updated. And that, my friends, my YouTube viewers, is the end of our episode. Let's take one last look at how that broke down. 11 new releases, 14 highlights, which has been updated from 15, 8 compatibility updates, 4 minor updates, 3 fixes, 1 downgrade, and what was 7 release notes fails is now 8 release notes fails. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what got updated in the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.